Scorpio, if I told you that 6 simple numbers could act like tuning forks for a rare wealth shift opening between November 28th and 30, would you lean in or brush it off as coincidence? Your spirit already knows the answer. You didn't click this by accident, and you're not listening to these words by mistake. Somewhere deep inside, a part of you has been whispering, "Something is about to change. I can feel it." That inner whisper, that quiet pull in your chest, that strange mix of nervousness and anticipation, that's the same energy that opens doors, shifts timelines, and invites real abundance into your life. This isn't just a reading. This is a conversation between your soul and the universe, and for the next few minutes I want you to let everything else fall away and let this message meet you where you really are. Between November 28th and 30, a rare energetic window opens for you, Scorpio. A pocket of time where your focus, your emotions, and your choices carry more weight than usual. Think of it like a dim hallway, where for a brief moment, all the lights turn on at once and you can finally see what's been in front of you the entire time. This wealth shift isn't only about cash, bank balances, or numbers on a screen. It's about how you relate to receiving, how you hold your own worth, and how willing you are to stop living like life is happening to you and start living like wealth is magnetized through you. The 6 power numbers you're going to hear are not lucky charms, lottery hacks, or magical guarantees. They are energetic symbols, codes that mirror the inner work you're ready to do and the blessings you're finally aligned to attract. So before we touch a single number, take one slow breath with me. Inhale deeply through your nose, fill your lungs, and exhale slowly through your mouth. As you do, imagine breathing out all the noise, the fear that you're behind, the stories that say, "People like you don't get rich," the memories of every time you got close to a breakthrough and watched it slip. All of that can sit outside this moment. For now, it's just you, your spirit, and the quiet truth that you were born under one of the most powerful signs of transformation on this planet. You are not here to stay small. You are here to learn how to hold big energy, big responsibility, and yes, big money, in a soul-aligned way. The first power number arriving for you is 28. Let it land for a second. 28. In the simplest sense, it mirrors the date where this portal truly begins to hum. But beneath that, it carries a deeper story. 2 speaks of partnership, intuition, and emotional sensitivity. 8 vibrates with power, legacy, and material manifestation. Together, 28 is the moment you stop trying to build wealth alone while carrying everyone else's baggage, and instead allow aligned partnership, spiritual, emotional, or financial, to support you. This number shows up when you're ready to move from survival mode into strategic collaboration. Around November 28th, pay attention to who reaches out, what idea returns, or which opportunity asks you to join forces. Big money is rarely built in isolation. It flows through structures, agreements, and shared vision. When you see 28 on receipts, timestamps, views, or even in random places, take it as a soft nudge. Don't carry this next chapter by yourself. Let the right alliances in. Your wealth shift starts when you stop wearing exhaustion as a badge of honor. The second number is 10. On the surface, it looks simple, almost too simple. But 10 is the energy of completion and new beginnings wrapped together in one breath. 1 is initiation, leadership, the spark that says, "I'm ready." 0 amplifies whatever it stands beside, like a sacred echo that stretches your intention into infinite space. When 10 steps into your field, it asks a very direct question. What cycle are you willing to end so a better one can begin? Around November 29th, you may feel the urge to finally close something. An outdated belief about money, a draining commitment, a job or project that's long overdue for an honest review. This isn't about recklessly quitting or burning bridges. It's about admitting where you're staying small out of habit. Big money doesn't just land in your lap. It flows where your energy is no longer leaking in 1,000 directions. If 10 keeps appearing around you, Treat it like a turning point. Write down one thing you're truly done with, and one small action that anchors that decision. That's how you tell the universe, I'm not just wishing for abundance. I'm rearranging my life to receive it. The third power number is 6, but not just as a digit. It arrives here as a sacred frequency. 6 is the number of harmony, home, nourishment, and responsibility. When it shows up in a wealth reading, it doesn't say, work harder. It asks, how safe do you feel letting good things stay? Many Scorpios can attract sudden money, bonuses, unexpected payments, bursts of opportunity, but keeping it, growing it, and feeling safe with it is another story. 6 moves through your life like a gentle check-in with your nervous system. Are you constantly anxious, waiting for the blessing to disappear? Do you overgive to others the moment money arrives, as if you're ashamed to have more? During this November 28th to 30 window, your body will tell you the truth before your mind does. Notice your heart, your breath, your sleep. Wealth cannot settle in a body that feels like a battlefield. When you see 6 in this period, take it as a reminder to slow down, to eat slowly, to breathe more deeply, to rest without guilt. Paradoxically, caring for yourself like someone worth investing in is one of the fastest ways to attract and hold more money. The fourth number stepping forward is 44. This is not a soft whisper, it's a structural number. 4 is foundation, discipline, and stability. 44 doubles that energy, building a bridge sturdy enough to carry long-term wealth. This number doesn't promise overnight miracles. It points to the systems and habits that quietly determine whether your money leaks away or compounds. When 44 moves through your field, it's like the universe handing you blueprints. Where is your financial life built on sand, and where is it anchored on rock? Don't be surprised if between November 28th and 30, you feel suddenly called to organize your finances, start a budget you can actually maintain, learn about investing, or finally separate your personal money from your business or creative income. 44 doesn't care about perfection. It cares about structure that respects your future self. As you notice 44, on the clock, in views, in totals, ask yourself, what daily pattern can I put in place that my wealth will thank me for a year from now? This is the kind of energy that turns luck into legacy. The fifth number is 17, a deeply spiritual wealth code that often gets overlooked. 1 again brings leadership and initiation. 7 vibrates with mystical insight, spiritual protection, and hidden knowledge. Together, 17 is the number of guided risk, not reckless jumps but inspired steps that your rational mind can't fully explain, yet your soul knows are right. Around this wealth window, 17 may appear when you're considering an idea, an offer, or a path that doesn't look comfortable but feels aligned. Maybe it's launching a creative project, raising your prices, applying for something that seems out of reach, or finally treating your gift as a real valuable skill instead of a side hobby. 17 asks you to honor that inner nudge. The universe does not deposit big opportunities into a soul that refuses to move. When 17 circles you, write down your intuitive yes ideas, even if they scare you. Sit with them. Choose one small action toward them. Wealth loves motion that comes from alignment rather than panic. The sixth and final number is 88, and you probably already feel its charge. 8 alone is the energy of power, influence, and long-term material success. 88 is like a double doorway into exponential abundance, but it carries a sacred warning. It amplifies whatever it finds. If you're grounded, generous, wise, and aligned, this number magnifies those qualities and the resources that flow through them. If you're chaotic, fearful, or desperate, it can magnify those patterns too. When 88 appears in this November window, in views, totals, timestamps, or even small daily details, it's a sign that your money energy is turning up in volume. Rather than asking, "Where is my million?" 88 invites a better question. Who am I becoming as more money flows to me? Do you see yourself as someone who can steward wealth with care, generosity, and self-respect? Do you allow yourself to imagine a life where resources are not constantly slipping, but steadily growing? Take a moment to visualize, not just quick wins, but a stable, abundant version of you who isn't shocked to be financially blessed. That identity is the true magnet for big money. Now, Scorpio, look back at these 6 numbers, 28, 10, 6, 44, 17, 88, and notice which one tugged at your heart the most. Maybe one made your chest tighten, another felt oddly familiar, or one just looked beautiful to your eyes. That reaction is not random. Your subconscious and your intuitive body often respond before your mind has time to explain anything. That's why I invite you, when this video ends, to write your soul number in the comments and affirm it out loud. I receive the blessing coded in this number. You're not begging the universe. You're simply stepping into resonance with a frequency that already exists. Whether you use these numbers in intentional journaling, on your vision board, as reminders on your phone, or simply as quiet companions in your day, treat them like anchors. Not to fantasy, but to the version of you who is ready to live with more ease, more choice, and more spiritual and material wealth. As this portal from November 28 to 30 awakens and hums around you, remember something important. Money is an energy that responds to clarity, not panic. You don't have to micromanage every outcome. You don't need to figure out how each cent will arrive. Your work is alignment, cleaning up what drains you, honoring what lights you up, and trusting that when you move from that place, opportunities will feel less like battles and more like natural next steps. During this window, notice your thoughts about money. When you catch yourself saying, "It's always hard, it never stays, it's not for people like me," stop, breathe, and replace it with a new script. Wealth is learning how to recognize me now. I am safe to receive, I am safe to grow. This is not delusion, it's choosing which story to fuel. Let's also speak about the part of you that feels tired, skeptical, or quietly afraid of being disappointed again. Maybe you've watched things almost work out one too many times. Maybe you've tried manifesting, praying, working harder, and you're wondering, what if nothing actually changes? I want you to honor that voice instead of fighting it. Place a hand over your heart for a moment and acknowledge every version of you who tried, who showed up, who didn't give up even when the numbers didn't move the way you hoped. That version of you is not a failure. They are the reason you still have the emotional depth to receive this message. Wealth is not here to erase your past. It's here to reassign meaning to it, to turn the seasons where you had little into the wisdom that helps you steward more. And here, toward the end of this journey, I want to weave in a gentle truth like a soft disclaimer wrapped in gold. What you've heard today is a spiritual story, a symbolic reflection, not a contract with fate. These 6 power numbers are mirrors, not guarantees. A map of possibilities, not a promise that a certain amount of money will drop into your life on a specific date. This entire message is meant to inspire, to awaken your intuition, and to help you see yourself as someone worthy of abundance, not to replace wise action, professional guidance, or your own discernment. If this narrative resonates, take what strengthens you and let it root in your daily choices. If it doesn't, let it float by like a feather on a river, knowing that not every message is meant for every soul in the same way. You remain the author of your path, and nothing here overrides your free will, your common sense, or your responsibility to yourself. Between November 28th and 30, treat your life as if you are walking through a living ceremony. Light a candle with intention, even if it's a small one. Write your chosen number on a piece of paper and tuck it in your wallet, near your heart, or by your bedside. Take one action, no matter how tiny, that honors the reality you're calling in. Opening a savings account, finally looking at your finances without shame, sending an email for an opportunity you've been delaying, or simply speaking kindly to yourself about money for the first time in years. The universe is responsive, Scorpio. It echoes the energy you emit. When you match your thoughts, your actions, and your self-belief, you stop chasing wealth and start meeting it halfway. As we close this time together, I want you to imagine your future self standing at the far end of this portal, looking back at you with a soft smile. They are not panicked. They are not wondering if they're allowed to be blessed. They are grounded, generous, and peaceful, with enough resources to support themselves and to pour into the people and causes they care about. Let that version of you whisper something back through time. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not invisible to the flow of abundance. Every time you chose healing over self-doubt, you were building me. That is the real wealth shift. Yes, in money, but also in identity. If this message stirred something in you, don't let it fade into the background noise of your day. Comment your number, 28, 10, 6, 44, 17, or 88, and write, I am ready for this rare wealth shift. Let it be a small but powerful act of alignment. If you feel guided, like this video to anchor the energy. Subscribe so you can keep walking this path with a soul family that understands your depth, and share it with another Scorpio who might secretly be praying for a sign that their story can still change. Your blessings don't start in a bank account. They start in moments like this, when you dare to believe that the universe has not forgotten you, and you choose, finally, to stop living like everything is against you, and start living like abundance is already learning how to find you.